Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Carlie Jade Milstead, and today I'm going to be showing you this fall makeup look. If you want to see how I achieve this look, then stay tuned and let's get on with the video. Okay, so let's get this started. I have a couple of products that I want to try today, and the first one is the Tula Brighten Up Soothing Primer Gel. I've used this one time, I haven't used it again, so I want to give it a go with the whole makeup look. And this is what it looks like. Now we're just going to clip this hair back. You like the pumpkins I got going on? I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but try to do a little bit of a fall situation in the background. But I'm going to get some on my fingers, rub it in, and put it all over. Feels good. You can kind of tell that it's already starting to dry down really well. And it's not super sticky, but I'm gonna let it sit for a sec. Let it get going really good. Okay, now that this is good and dried down, I'm gonna go in with the Pore Professionals Pore Minimizer and stick this on the face. I love this stuff because I have super large pores, also have super oily skin. It's just great. Got the bags, got the everything. I just put it all over because it just gives such a good blurring effect. Okay, so we're gonna start with the eyes first, and I'm going to dip into a couple of palettes just to kind of get what I'm thinking about doing. Don't know how it's going to work out, but we're going to get her done. First, I'm going to start putting the Smashbox Lid Primer. This stuff is so good. If you have oily eyelids and you have really veiny eyelids, I highly would suggest getting this. It camouflages everything. Eyeshadow will stay on. I'm gonna put this bad boy on my lids. Then I'm just gonna take my finger and rub it on there. And that's what it looks like. I'm gonna use this brush so I'm gonna set my eyelid with just a very neutral shade, just to go ahead and set the eye primer, because if you don't, it will crease. So I'm going to set that. Okay, so I brought you a little bit closer to my eyes to get the full effect look going. I mean, hey. So I'm gonna go into the Morphe Artistry palette, and I'm going to use this shade right here as a transition shade, and just pop it in the crease. Okay, now I'm going to jump into the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette in, which one is this one? This is the one that has all the nice fall shades. So I'm going to go in to Rush and put that into the crease. And I'm going to use this Morphe. It's kind of like a fluffy brush, like a good, another crease fluffy brush, but it's more, just a little bit more compact. So we're going to pop that into the crease. Now I'm going to get the last brush that I used and I'm going to dip. And I'm going to go back into the Morphe palette and use this color just to make sure it's nice and blended out. And it's not patchy. Okay, the next shade that I'm going to go in with is Alert. This super orangey shade right here. And I'm going to use the Morphe Y15 brush. It's kind of more pointy where you can get it into the crease easier. Make sure you tap off the excess. And you're just going to pop it right there in the crease. Okay, now I'm going to go and dip into this color called Mugshot. And I'm going to put it more defined into my crease and on the outer part of my eye using the Morphe M441. And I'm going to put it on the outer part and bring it in. Outer part and bring it in. Okay, now I'm going to use this brush. It is the Morphe M518, and I'm going to go into Secret and pop that on the outer part of the lid. And bring it in just a smidget. Okay, now that we have this part done, I'm going to go in with some concealer and pop it on the inner part of my lid just to kind of give it a smoother effect. The shimmer shade that I'm going to use, it'll pop more. So what I'm going to do is get this flat brush, get a little bit off the tip, and smooth out this part. Also learned a really cool trick today, thanks to TikTok. But when you put the concealer on and you lift your lid up, where it comes, that's where you go to. If that makes any kind of sense. Okay, now that the concealer is on the lid, I'm going to go in and go into the color, into this shimmer shade right here called Boo. And I'm just going to pop it on the lid. Ooh. This is a nice coppery color. Yes. Train gone. Okay, so now I'm going to grab the fluffy brush that we use for the brown shade. I'm going to dip it back into that shade and kind of make sure that it is blended. Make sure. Okay, now that the eye look is finished, I'm going to pop on some liner, and I'm using the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I don't know why I was saying like it. I don't know. I'm just gonna pop. I'm just doing a smidget, just a smidget of eyeliner. Okay, now that we got our liner on, we're about to pop on some lashes. Something that I never do. Something I never do. I don't really know. But these are the Kiss lashes right here. They're pretty dramatic. This bad boy's gonna fit. The lash glue that I like to use is the Duo lash glue because it is the darker lash glue and you can't really see it like the white one. So while those are getting nice and tacky, we're gonna pop on some mascara. And the mascara I'm gonna use is the Voluminous Lash Paradise from L'Oreal. This is what it looks like. Okay, mascara on. Now we're gonna pop on some lashes. Okay, so I've primed and I have put some pore minimizer on. And today the foundation that I'm going to be using is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. And I got my sponge from Real Techniques. Do not forget to blend the neck. As you can tell, this is a full coverage foundation. Probably just put on too much, but that's okay. We like full coverage. Yes, this is definitely too light for me, but that's okay. We can bronze it up. Now I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light neutral, and I'm going to put it under my eyes just a little bit. I don't like using a lot. And then forehead, nose, chin. Also a tip, if you want to make your eyes look a little bit more open, putting some concealer in the corner, guys, it is a game changer. Like, huge game changer. You're not going to be able to really get into the inner part of your eye really well. So what I like to do is get an angle brush like this just to get in that inner part and blend it out. It really brings out your eyes and it makes you look more awake. Ring light is making me look so white. Now I'm going to get my Airspun powder. You can get this at the drugstore. You can get it at Ulta. It works wonders. And you really press it in to the skin. And I have the translucent one because when you get like a white powder, you tend to have a lot of flashback when you take pictures. So whenever you take pictures and the flash is on and you see nothing but white, that's flashback. So I like to use this translucent powder so you don't have flashback. I'm gonna get the Morphe Mega Bronzer, or the Glamour Bronze palette in Organizer. It looks like this. Beautiful shade. Go in with a light hand at first and then build your way up with it, because it's that pigmented. And I'm going in with the Jaclyn Hill Morphe brush in JH02. This is kind of like her contour brush. Best contour brush ever. And I'm just going to hit this part. I'm going to go a little bit bronzier. I'll dip into the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I need to get a new one of these. Like, I've hit pan. There we go. Now we're going to put it on the forehead. We're going to get just a random brush and we're going to buff it out. Buffing it out makes such a huge difference. Now I'm going to go into the Morphe blush palette and I'm going to use this color right here. It's such a pretty blush pink. And it's not too overpowering, and a little bit does the work. And I'm going to use the Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH04 blush brush. And just hit a little bit of the apples of the cheeks and bring it back. Then we're going to blend that out. Brush that I'm using is also from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe in JH01. Okay, so the highlighter that I'm going to use is one that I've had for a while, but is my favorite highlighter, other than the Casey Holmes one. But it is the Sleek Makeup one, and I'm going to use this rose gold shade. And I'm going to grab the Jaclyn Hill JH09 Morphe brush, her highlighter brush, and pop it. Y'all see what I mean? Do you see what I mean? Put it on my nose. And then I'm going to stick some right up here. And right above the lips. So I got a new lipstick and I'm so ready to try this out. It might not go with the look, but I'm just ready to see what it looks like. It is the Morphe lipstick matte, like matte, and then the name matte, in Tempt. This is what the packaging looks like, and it is like a lipstick. like this. Almost forgot my brows. I'm going to be using the Milani eye pencil. It has a spoolie on this end, and I need to get a new one. But the brow pencil. So I'm just going to brush them out. And I don't normally do a lot of brow. Okay, so to complete this look, I'm going to jump back into this Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to get Alert, and I'm going to put it on my lower lash line. And grab our mascara and put some on the lower lash line. Okay, yeah, so that is the final makeup look. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did doing it. I love this makeup look. I should do this more often. I should wear lashes more often. I haven't worn them in almost 2 years since my wedding day. That's crazy. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Because you're